What is going on, everyone? We're starting on time, dead on 9:30. Game week 35 is almost over. One fixture left to go. Do I sound really quiet? I feel like I'm quiet. Am I still quiet? No, I'm better now. Game week 35 is almost over. One more fixture to come. Everton versus Newcastle. Not sure what's going to happen there. Could be like a 0-0. Both teams on the beach, maybe. I'll have to see what happens. Yeah, I think the volume was just bad for me. I've changed the setting. We're all good now. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the free hit's gone. I've got 57. Deeney to come off my bench. Unfortunately, I didn't put Tompkins ahead of Deeney. So that'll be 59 plus Baines. I'm up to 18k, up 7k. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Do people still play FPL, play DraftKings? No one plays DraftKings, come on. Not in the UK. How is it going, everyone? How are your weeks been? I think most people with free hit have done well. As always, could have done better, of course. Kept saying Sterling. But I was never going to go Sterling if Salah was playing. So as soon as Anfield Express confirmed that Salah was playing, captain was going nowhere, to be honest. How do I get a shout out for the Scoutcast Rough with this move? You just got a post on the site when Johnny puts the post up on Tuesday, and he'll pick which ones get read out. David was 66, very nice. Baines left. Oh, Baines 12 pointer would be so good now. I'll tell you that Sane. Basically, I got karma for Sane, and I'm going to explain why soon. People will say it's hindsight, but I'll tell you what happened. It doesn't matter. Like, it was. I like Sane anyway, but the way I picked him was not good. I mean, I basically made the choice, but I didn't listen to that random generator. How does Anfield Express do it? Have a leak. Liverpool have a leak somewhere, basically. The best thing this week is not Salah starting, not Anfield Express, not even Sterling 11. It's Lacazette with 13. Imagine if Wenger, hadn't come out and said what he did. Aubameyang was nailed in people's free hit teams, mine included. I didn't even think about Lacazette until that press conference. Insane. And then he did so badly, and Ramsey was someone I wanted, but there was no guarantee that he would play. I think I made a few mistakes with the Arsenal team, though, because I got Lacazette in because he said he was going to play a stronger side based on Europe, but then I didn't give Ramsey too much of a chance. I guess he has been benched a few times in the Premier League. And obviously went Bellerin over Monreal, but it happens. All aboard the Anfield Express. We all love. I only really need the Anfield Express to pull through for Game Week 36. Excuse me, I think for 37 I might get rid. And then for 38 I will assume he'll probably start. Although, maybe not if they're top 4. Why did I not stay with De Bruyne? I'll tell you in a sec. Let's see who else tunes in first. It's full on karma though. I'm a little bit annoyed because I can have much more points, but look, whatever. I still got a rank rise. I'm up to 18k. 10k is now in sight. That's where I want to end at least now. Still got triple captain. Triple captain now looks tricky. Jesus an option. Sterling. I do like Sterling. He's so explosive. Obviously could have had an assist for the penalty as well. Could have had a huge score. It's just whether he'll start both games. That's the only problem now with Man City players. Is will they both play both games in 37? Otherwise, I think I'm going to have to triple captain Kane, and I'm not too happy about that because he's been playing awful. He had Silva until 11:20. Someone said Silva was likely to be rested. I didn't see that. I was out at 11. I went out. I was tinkering my team till about 10 to 11, and I had to pop out. How did Sterling not get 3 bonus? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's worked out. I know Fabianski got saves or whatever, but he did concede 5. It's just the way the bonus works. Yeah, I'm looking. I'll pop up my proper team in a minute. I'm actually not too. I quite like my normal team still. It could be better. It needs more Man City players, obviously. The only downside to playing the free hit this week is Jesus has double risen. I think Sterling has risen twice, maybe as well. Son's gone down in price. William's gone down in price. Kane's gone down in price. So I probably wouldn't have sold all those players, obviously, especially not Kane and Son. Maybe William, but lost a lot of money this week. But hopefully it'll be okay. So what happened with Sane was, as you all know, I had De Bruyne on Friday night when I streamed, and then I got into Saturday. It wasn't like last minute panic tinkering, but I felt like I was in a. Not that I thought De Bruyne wouldn't do okay, but I felt like I was in a trap with him that I was only getting him because he was the most money. Even though Silva, Sane, Sterling were all really good options too. And obviously, I was always getting Sterling, so he wasn't really in the equation. So I started looking at the stats. Yes, De Bruyne had done really well at home, but so had Sane. I looked at recent performances. Silva hadn't done much in the last 2 games, I think it was. But they were tougher fixtures, Spurs and United. I think it's something like that. I can't remember exactly what I looked at. And then before that, though, he'd been really consistent. So I looked at David Silva, and that's when I first tweeted out that I had that really strong bench with Bellerin and someone else. So I had Silva. And then I thought, I can't really choose between these 3. I'll leave it up to a random generator. So I put all 3 of their teams in. And sometimes when you ask, you'll give someone 2 options. You'll say, who should I captain this week, Salah or Sterling? And you'll give that option to someone else to choose for you. And they'll give you the answer. And instantly, you'll know whether you like that answer or not. And if you don't like the answer, really you wanted to pick the other one. So that's what happened. So I clicked the random generator, and it said Silva first. And I thought, I wonder how many more times do I have to press it to get Sane. So that instantly told me that I wanted Sane. So I actually had to click it 8 times before it went to Sane. It went Silva, De Bruyne, Silva, De Bruyne, Silva, De Bruyne. So I think it was 7 times. It just kept going between Silva and De Bruyne. And then when I pressed it the 7th time, it went on Sane. And that's where I left it on. Took the screenshot. And brought him in. So I basically went against the random generator. If I'd had Silva or De Bruyne, it would have been better than Sane. But you know what? It is what it is. I wanted Sane. I kind of said that on the Scoutcast as well. Bit unlucky he didn't start, I think. I mean, I knew he was going to start a full-strength squad, or a strong squad, and he did. Obviously didn't include Sane. I used an RNG to exact confirmation bias, exactly. So that is why I've got Sane. Unfortunately, Deeney didn't do anything. So I get 2 points off the bench. But look, it is what it is. I've still got a rank increase. Could have been better, but... so annoying. But you know what it's like, though? You get someone to give you a random answer. As soon as you don't like it, then you know who you really wanted in the first place. Lucky number 7, yeah. Talking of number 7s, Sanchez did really well on the FA Cup. Well, I haven't seen it, but I saw the highlights. Am I miffed at Moreno's 0 points? Nah, you've got to laugh at that, I think. Look, I went for... The thing with the free hit, especially in the week that we played it in 35, because there were so few teams to choose from, you could easily have the core that were probably going to score you points. So Salah, Mane, Sterling, plus another Man City mid, plus Jesus and Lacazette. They were kind of your core players. I didn't feel like there was too many defenders who I absolutely wanted. And I don't think... Let me just check the scores. Okay, apart from Watford and Palace, so we could have had Van Arnold, but he got a yellow card anyway. Man City, obviously, we knew they could get a clean sheet, but I didn't want to get one of their defenders. There hasn't been any clean sheets, so it wasn't a huge issue to get Moreno. I just couldn't resist. Getting Moreno in for kind of no downside. And when obviously the downside is he got no points, but what I mean is it was risk free. If he didn't do any good, doesn't matter. I didn't have him in my team next week, so I couldn't turn down that choice. I would have been really annoyed if he got naught and then Van Dijk or Milner had scored. That would have been really annoying, but whatever, really. I got him in. I wanted him in my team. I'm happy I picked him. I know, Hennessy, 10 points. Jam Central, I think. But look, I got Butland, 5 points, conceded a goal. I'm pretty happy with that. Sterling to continue to play it or drop for Sane. I don't think Sterling and Sane will drop for each other. I'm trying to think actually, who did Sane miss? Who missed out for Sane? Or sorry, who did Sane miss out for? I'm trying to think what formation they played. I didn't really look into it earlier. I was just so sad. The other downside to Sane, again, doesn't really matter. Oh, Bernardo Silva, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I don't think... Sterling's still at risk, just as anyone else is, I suppose. But yeah, the thing with Sane is he guaranteed to start next game? Maybe, but do I want to pick him my actual team? Probably not. Well, Sterling played on the left. Okay, fair enough. But you can't imagine that Bernardo Silva will keep playing, surely. Do you not think it's more likely that Sterling moves back to the right and Sane comes in? Yeah, the Jesus miss was big. Frustrating, actually. So obviously, yes, we got his points. We would have got Sterling points as well. Then there would have been bonus points. Sterling would have been on a goal, 2 assists. Jesus would have been on 2 goals. Big point swing. You imagine all City players will face equal rotation? Possibly. I don't know. Sterling. I think he's the main man. Do I need to take risks now to make the end overall rank? You need to be content. I'm 18k. I need to get into 10k. I think 8,000 places. You know, if Baines gets something tomorrow, I've got 2 points coming off the bench as well. That could be maybe 17, 16k if I'm super lucky. But obviously people will have bench points coming off. So probably not. I'll probably be lucky to hold rank. So do I need to take risks? I don't think so because I got the triple captain. But I do need a bit of luck because obviously my squad is from a Game Week 32 wildcard. Mahrez, Vardy, Willian, maybe even Son looking like dodgy-ish picks. I don't have Man City players. I've got to take hits. I don't think I need to take risks is basically the short answer to that. Did I have a tasty Sunday roast? I didn't actually. My son is kind of sick of Sunday roast because I've made him eat like 5 in the last 6 weeks. Now we went out for lunch, had fish and chips. I did. So very, very light dinner. Just some chicken and salad. How's your battle with Mark going? He scored about the same as me, even with Ozil. Because he had De Bruyne. So he's still ahead of me, unfortunately. 2088. He's like 32 ahead. I won't catch him now, I don't think. I'm 21 points off top 10k. Yeah, no risk needed, I think. If I nail the triple captain, that should be enough on its own almost. What are my planned transfers? Good question. I'm half tempted to save and not get a Man City player in this week, but I know that's risky. Didn't Mark say he preferred Sane because of his goal threat on Friday night? I don't know if he said he preferred him, but he did say... I think he said he was... I don't think he necessarily said that he preferred Sane, but I think he said he was wary of De Bruyne. Could be wrong, though. Will I be going Jesus, Kane, Sterling and Eriksen for weight? No, I've got Son, so I'm just going to keep Son. This is what I mean about a bit of luck. I have to hope. I mean, Spurs are out of the FA Cup now. Son, I've said it a few times now. He's part of their best 11, so I'm going to hope that Pochettino plays him. Nothing to rest him for now. But yes, of course, there's always a chance that Lamela plays one of the last 4 games, maybe even 2. So it's a risk with Son. I mean, he can come on and score goals. I just don't think he's worth a transfer out. I've just got other transfers to make. I'm not gonna do IPL, FPL, that's for sure. Am I gonna do the World Cup? Maybe. There won't be many videos on it, I don't think, if I do. Excuse me. Edison versus De Gea. I mean, Edison would look better right now, I'd say. Yeah, you can see my team. Hang on. Let me change to the... Oh, I've got a cough now. Yeah, so people ask me what transfer I'm going to make. I've not decided yet, to be honest. In fact, I've probably not put too much thought in it just yet. I want to see how the free hit worked out, what rotation was like, try and work out if there's anything to take from that. So that's my team. I don't think it's that bad. Now, on paper, it's not bad. Like when you look at the fixtures and the players, but of course, Mahrez has looked a bit of a dodgy pick over the last few weeks. Kane captain, that will probably change to Salah, I'd say, especially if I know Salah's starting. I don't think I can risk Kane captain just yet. People asking about Willian. I'm tempted to keep. Someone said earlier that he came off on 64 minutes. I think it was Mr. Isaac. Willian's annoying me / worrying me. Came off on 64 minutes today. Very annoyed. Off form. Should listen to Az, as I completely agree. Not a fan of him. FPL is. I still don't buy the FPL thing. Minutes is my only concern. Or it was my only concern. I mean, I know what I said, but as I mentioned when he said it, all he's done when he's played up until recently, when we all brought him in, is score points. He got 10, 2, 9, 12, 17. And then a couple of bad ones, 3, 3, 16. So he's done well when he's played. Just that when we bought him in, he hasn't. So I don't know with him. I kind of want to keep because he got rested to play in the FA Cup, which makes you think he's still part of Conte's thinking for best 11. But like you say, being brought off on 64 minutes is a bit of a concern. But I think he's looked alright for the most part. So I want to keep him. I'm going to keep him for Swansea. Starting to feel Swansea might be a smart way to look. I want to, not this week obviously because Barnes has got Brighton, but I think Jordan Ayew for Barnes is what I'm looking at. Yeah, Arnautovic, yeah, he could be... I mean, Arnautovic is in really good form, so yeah, of course... you might want to look at him. Who have they got? Leicester away and... Is it Arsenal? Oh, Man United at home. So not great. His minutes will surely be affected. I know, but whose minutes aren't going to be affected? I mean, I guess you could argue that Arnautovic is not going to get rested. But do I want to spend that transfer to do Willian to Arnautovic when I don't have any Man City players yet? Mahrez to Sterling looks like a goer, to be honest. I've got Barnes and Lingard. Lingard could actually go. And then get Jordan Ayew up front and then cut Lingard to a bench fodder. Then upgrade Willian to another Man City mid. I don't know. It's tough. Jordan Ayew's a trap. I don't know. For that price, I think he'd do okay. But I could just keep Barnes, bench him and play Lingard. He's got a double. Do you know what I mean? I think in that midfield, Salah and Mahrez could both become Man City mids, and that could be my team. The only problem I've got is now I was relying on Morgan for the double with Vertonghen and Alonso, but now Morgan looks like he probably won't play both if he's been rested once, or maybe he was even dropped for being rubbish. I may need another defender to get out 11 double game weekers. So I'm probably going to have to take a hit or two. Arnautovic thoughts, he looks great, in great form. Chilwell, I know. Chilwell is, if you check defender stats, Chilwell doing very well. Chances created and stuff like that. Missed a trick there. But I know what will happen if I do Morgan to Chilwell. That would not end well. Yeah, that's another thing to consider. Jesus. Do I swap Vardy to get Jesus in? Where am I getting all this money from? Yeah, Vardy to Jesus might have to happen. Jesus could even be triple captain material. I don't know. Vardy, I still... West Ham at home, Arsenal at home. I mean, Arsenal at home could be good for Vardy. He's good against the top teams. West Ham still fighting. They might have to go on the attack. Anyone else feeling Sanchez for Arsenal? Nah, not really. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Jesus. Vardy. Do I usually take point hits for doubles? It depends how I'm set up. Like, I don't think I took too many last year, but that's because I wildcarded a bit later. But yeah, I will if I need to. I actually... I don't know if you watched much last year, but I took loads of hits last year. I've just not taken as many this year. Just not needed them, really. I haven't felt that I've needed them. Vertonghen should play both games in Gameweek 37. Yeah, I'd say he's nailed on, to be honest. And like I always say this about how I use my shock meter for how nailed someone is. If Vertonghen misses one of those games in 37, I'd be shocked. Up to 1700 overall, very nice. Do some tinkering for 37 on screen. Alright. Now let's bear in mind I've not looked at this yet, so there's going to be no perfection here. So let's see what I need to get Sterling in, to get Jesus and Sterling. Excuse me. Oops. Bear in mind they've gone up in price as well, which hurts. Oof. Is that David Silva price? Oh. Look at that. Job done, lads. Job done. There you go. Bench Barnes, play Lingard, keep Willian and Son. Sell Alonso. Nah, Alonso stays, I think. Why do I have to get rid of Alonso? He's only going to miss game week 36. I've got two Burnley players with great fixtures. Of course, if Ben's me is back, that is going to be painful. So it's not a -8 because I won't do all that this week. Although I am tempted to do it now because of the prices. Yeah, let's not forget Alonso will probably come straight back in after a rest and have Liverpool and Huddersfield at home. I'm keeping him. Would you do that even if we know Salah is starting? So I'm not going to do that this week. This is not for Game Week 36. I'm probably going to do no transfer this week. I might do... Can I do Mahrez to Sterling on its own? Nah, I'm 0.1 off. So I could get David Silva in. I'll probably do nothing this week, to be honest. I'll probably give Mahrez one more chance just to see, and then before the double game week, I'll have a look because then I can still take an 8-point hit in the double, but I can make an extra transfer. So if any of those players go up in price and I still want to do it, I can downgrade somewhere else, like Barnes to a cheapie, something like that. So of course I've missed out on some money for the free hit, but we're good. Let's have a look. Alonso won't play both. Emerson has been... yeah, I don't know. I'm keeping Alonso, I think. I could be talked out of it. Who do I bring in for Alonso, though? For real? Let me put those back in. Do. Chris Smalling, yeah, probably. Mendy, if I knew Mendy was going to start both, I would probably go for him, but it seems unlikely. Do you know what I mean? Delph has been so good for him. You're on wildcard, not sure which City players are the best to get. Defence looks tricky because centre-backs are even rotating now. Otamendi thought he was going to start, didn't. So I think Jesus and Sterling, and then choose another one. We'll get rid of Son, who normally plays till 60 and sometimes on the bench. I know, but you got to remember, I've only got a limited amount of transfers. I don't know. I still like Son, especially now Spurs are at the FA Cup. Yeah, I mean, Mendy's been out like the whole season. The chances of him playing both games in the double are almost zero, I would say. He might not even start either game. Is Kane in this week for Aubameyang? A no-brainer. It's a good fixture, but Kane's been off form. I don't know if it is a no-brainer, to be honest. By the way, I know I haven't said, but there is 5 polls. Top right-hand corner. Is Jesus essential? Best Man City mid for the run-in? Are you keeping Alonso? Is it time to ditch Vardy and Mahrez? And what are you doing with Salah? Plus, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It would be much appreciated. Damn, we're up over 400 people watching again. Busy times these final few weeks. Kane will score, guarantee it. But how many will he score? I don't know. The next thing that's going to happen is Kane is going to miss a penalty. Just wait for it. He's in that kind of form right now. I reckon all this social media stuff is bugging him. Even the FA Cup, we're having a go at him. Smalling's got him in his back pocket. I'm probably going to keep Alonso because I don't see. I just see bigger gains by the transfers I'm looking at making, but transferring out Vardy and Mahrez could hurt. Sanveer watching for the first time in months. Where you been? Am I really going to captain Sanchez another double game week? Hopefully not. I'm not sure about that. 18, I probably wouldn't. 18 goals, 14 assists for Sterling is incredible. Sterling, most improved player this year? What do we reckon? I think he's been brilliant. Like, I know Silva and De Bruyne are getting all the plaudits. I know he's missed some really good chances, but I think he's been brilliant for City this year. He worries defences as much as anything else. Do I want to invest that much in City with so much rotation risk? Yeah, I think I do. It is a risk, I know, yeah. You are right, it is a risk. Eriksen stepped up. I don't know if Eriksen's kind of been what we expect him to be, really. Jacob, first time watching, how's it going? You've caught the sun. Yeah, I probably have, actually, a little bit. I made the most of it being sunny in Ireland for the last few days. Went out walking for a bit. Playing a bit of football with the boy yesterday. Today, though, back to normal. It's absolutely chucking it down for most of the day. Went for a walk today, and instead of catching the sun, I needed windscreen wipers for my sunglasses. Can I believe Sterling was not in the team of the year? I mean, yeah, he probably should have been in there ahead of Aguero. I don't really care about those kind of things, though, those awards, because there's always someone that misses out. Which players am I looking to have next year in FPL? Oh, that's so hard. That's so hard to think about already. I mean, Salah, of course, been brilliant this year, but he's going to be probably 12 plus next year. Do I still want him then? Maybe not. Get company for Alonso. That's not a bad shout. I prefer that to Smalling, but that centre-back rotation. I know company's the captain, but Otamendi is not going to miss too many more games, you'd think. And And then if Stones comes back, it gets even worse. No, I don't think Mendy is a good option at all. See you later, Adam. Let me know if Baines is starting tomorrow. Yeah, but Otamendi's had 2 rests now. I don't think it is a rest at this point. Just didn't play him. Bearing in mind, I think they get the trophy in the Huddersfield game. Now, whether that really means much, I don't know. I don't think Pep did say that Stones would play in the final games to get into the World Cup. I think he said he'd hoped to be involved, and then basically so he could, and then he would be involved in the World Cup too. That's how I read it. Thoughts on Ben Davis? How long is Rose out for? I don't know actually, but he was only supposed to be out for 1 game. Was he even in the squad for the FA Cup? Because he had not a similar injury, but he had an injury at the end of last year. And it just kept on going and going and going. Obviously, in the end, he needed treatment. I think with the title wrapped up, Company will be rested. Yeah, you're probably right. He will be, I think you're right. Jones for Alonso. Oof, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout, that. But again, is Bailly just not going to play any more games to the end of the season? Smalling looks nailed on at the moment. Why would Mourinho drop Smalling? I mean, apart from to rest him for the FA Cup, of course. But will Jones not get rested too? I don't know. The thing is, I'm not disagreeing with people that Alonso doesn't look like good value right now. I just wonder how many points are in a transfer of him out. Like, how many points am I going to gain by bringing in a defender for him instead of concentrating up front? Max hits I'll take this week. I probably won't take a hit this week. FA Cup is after game week 38. Yeah, I think it's the 19th of May. The last game week is the 13th of May, so the FA Cup final is on, the 19th. Yeah, the Saturday. I wonder what time it is actually. It's still at 5 these days, isn't it? Oh, they haven't confirmed the time. I would have thought about Giroud being an option. I don't think Giroud's an option. I think it'll be the same as the last double game week. Him and Morata will probably share minutes. Kane or Jesus. I don't know. Kane's still like massive fear factor, isn't he? The man's back-to-back hat tricks. Not many players do that. But he's just completely out of form. I'd rather see the Watford game and then decide. How much value will I lose on Salah if I sell it? I don't know for sure, but I got him when he was 9 million, so a lot. 0.8 million maybe. Are late transfers the best way to go? I always think late transfers are the best way to go, but if you need the money, like if there's a transfer you're pretty much 100% sure you're going to make, and you can't do it if the price change happens, then I'd possibly make it early, even at this stage of the season. But info is always good. Trust me, Captain Kane versus Watford, he always destroys them. Is Kane's form worrying me? Yeah, a little bit. Funny how we injury on our own player. Yeah, okay. I don't think that message made sense, Ken. Have I got a plan for what transfer I make for Gameweek 38? Not even thought about it, honestly. Gonna win Gameweek 38. The best way. Am I on drugs? Where's Salah? Salah's gone. Not for definite. These transfers are not confirmed yet. I could be in trouble though this week, so let me just hit this. So I'm playing Lowton, I think it's Lowton, isn't it? Not Lowton. And Long. But Ben Mee could be back. If Ben Mee's back, it means I've got to play Morgan. That's if he even plays. So I could be without a defender this week. So Alonso out, could happen. It's funny how we wish injury on our own players. Yeah, that has happened a few times. Not a bad injury, of course. But when I say Salah ruled out, I mean like as in he's rested for Europe. Are you not feeling oh my god, I can't even say these words. Austin Sibley. Austin Sibley? That doesn't even sound right. I've got that wrong, I think. Ominous about the fact that Kane's shot rate in the box levels with Morata. I guess you mean are equaling Morata. Yeah, Kane's not in good form. Simple as that. Am I worried about it? No, he's in my team. He's got a double game week. Really good fixtures. I've got to keep him. I'm not going to sell him. That's for sure. Leicester have City in Game Week 38. Definitely don't want double Leicester. Yeah, good point. Good point. Plus, it must be away though. No, Leicester have Spurs in Game Week 38. City have Southampton. Southampton can still be fighting at that point. But my triple captain him. I don't have to make that decision just yet, so I'm undecided. I'm leaving my options open. Am I not contemplating Salah captain? Yeah, absolutely. If I know Salah's going to start, he'll be my captain, I expect. I don't know about Vardy just yet. I'll probably keep him for this week. Southampton aren't doing a great job of fighting. Yeah, you're right, yep. But what I mean, well, yeah, I don't expect them to beat City, but I would expect City to put out a good team to keep it fair. Lukaku to Jesus or Mahrez to Sterling? I really like Sterling, to be honest. It depends if you want to give Mahrez one more week. You could just do the Lukaku move because he's got Arsenal and then Jesus has got a better double game week. So I wouldn't be expecting too much in that Arsenal match. But Arsenal will be tired from Europa League. David, you're 20th. Wow, well played. My game week score is 57 currently on the board. I'll have 2 coming off my bench, so 59 plus Baines. An Etihad Express would be brilliant, yes, but it's not going to happen. Oh no, if they DM me, I'll keep that info to myself, of course. David, you haven't missed one stream. Wow, that must be why you're 20th. You're on 62 -8. Nice. Pickford left. There could be a clean sheet there for Everton. I'll be hoping so with Baines, but I'll be hoping more than expecting, that's for sure. Yes, we can change the music. I'm sorry. Someone usually reminds me a lot earlier than this. My bad. Pogba or Sane for game week 37. I mean, if they're both starting, you choose Sane. Pogba is probably more likely to start both games. They will leak the team Saturday. Just aren't versus Rome because it's such a big game. They're like my reply. Hopefully then. You just copy my team. You can't copy my team if you're 20th. Play some of each. Nah, the stream will just get taken down or I'll get actioned afterwards. Should you get Salah or Sterling? If you haven't got Salah now, you don't need him, I don't think. Jason Styling, still in. £2 donation, thank you very much. Gross and Lukaku to Sterling and Jesus for a hit. Long term, I think they're great moves. So, and I think they could do well against West Ham. I think that's a good move, yeah. Hey, look, I've been putting the word out for Anfield Express. I reckon they love me, even though they have no idea where I am. Kane isn't exactly banging in hat-tricks. You wonder if it's worth keeping Lukaku instead until the end of the season and save the -4. Lukaku's not exactly banging in hat-tricks either. And he has worse fixtures, but they're not awful. I'm 52nd in the world and there's still 2 Davids above me. You're not even the highest David in the world. Yeah, pull your finger out, to be honest. First year and you're 40,000 in the ranking. Nice. Good start, that. Super Yoshi Adventure, the series, subbed. Thank you very much. Up over 8,800 subs now. Coming up on 9,000. So that should happen. That should happen before the end of the season, which is awesome. Goal Flash is so quick on Twitter. It's so tense because you don't know who scored. Yeah, I do follow Goal Flash. You know... You can tell which FPL accounts are watching the game or are following Goal Flash. Because some people will just say the clean sheet's gone or Burnley have scored. It's because they've just seen Goal Flash. Whereas other people, like I think FPL Junior I follow, he's usually watching the games. He tweets out really quick who scored, which is who you want. Do I have Instagram? Not yet. Secret mystery. Free hit proven to be very valuable. Yeah, the thing with these chips is it's very hard to say how valuable it was because obviously it's been good this week and it's much better than my normal team would have been. But that's because I planned for my normal team to be rubbish for this week, whereas other people have had to plan without a free hit and they've done just as well. And they've got other chips left, like some people are wildcarding this week, having a completely new team now for game week 37. And they might have done not as well in the previous weeks, but now they're going to do better, or they should. But you just don't know what transfers you would have made, etc. If you'd done a different route. So it's really hard to actually say. But yeah, of course, free hit is looking good for most of us that have used it now. There you go, Joe. No free hit. He's climbed into the top 100k for the first time ever. Boom, job done. Going Kaneless till the end of the season seems mad. It could pay off with the form he's in. The question is, how long does Harry Kane stay off form? Apart from in August, who knows? Players like Firmino, Robertson, or Bangor would have been a kick in the balls for those that plan. But then again, a lot of the points would have come from Salah, Man City players, who a lot of people had anyway. Non-free hitters bought those players in. They've not had to pay extra for them. So in some ways, it's worked out well. Defenders haven't really done anything anyway. I mean, most of my points were from Salah, Lacazette, and Sterling. Okay, apart from Lacazette, the non-free hitters would have probably had most of those. Jesus too. You're ranked 1 millionth. How can you improve? Keep watching the stream. You know what I'm saying? You've gone from 105k to 26k in 3 weeks. Very nice. Gaming rank of top 5k. Very, very good that. I think mine was just outside the top 100k for this game week. All balances out over a season. You've caught people in my main league that pop theirs early. Yeah, exactly. And obviously, like triple captain, I'm hoping for big points on that. I could captain Kane. He could get a goal, maybe 2. Jesus could get 2 or 3. 4 goals maybe. It happens. What have my ranks been? I haven't looked at my my overall ranks for ages. But my first season I was just outside 20k, then just outside 10k in my second season. That one was annoying. But I didn't really care about rank back then. 15k the season after that. Then 104. Didn't really pay attention much that year. Excuses. Then just inside the top 10. Then 92k. That year I did play properly. And I did awful. And then top 5k last year. So I'm hoping for top 10k this year. We'll see. The thing is, Kane is chasing the Golden Boot. And obviously that's all he's got now. He's not going to win the league. They're going to get top 4 probably anyway. No matter how badly they play. They're not in the FA Cup anymore. But at some point, Kane's going to realise he's not going to catch Salah. Like I don't think he's going to at this point, especially if Salah keeps playing. Your first season, you're 6k. Whew. Nice. The key to succeed in this game is to load up on goal scoring midfielders. The key to succeed is picking the best players every week who score the most points. Easy. Easy as that. You've gone from 210k to 65k in 2 weeks. Nice. Wildcard and bench boost. There is no way Kane is not my triple captain in 37. Probably not, no. I don't think I've said otherwise, to be honest. Of course I'll consider Man City players, but we'll see what happens. You feel like the Golden Boot chase has made Kane and Salah play a lot worse. I don't know about that. I mean, Kane has just come back from injury and... You know what I mean? He's just not... He's maybe come back a bit too early. Are you overall happy with this season? Let's see how it finishes first. If I don't get top 10k, I'll be a bit annoyed, I think, at this point. I'll just have to put it down as a bad season. Because the thing is, I was in the top 25k in game week 23, and it's taken me this long to get back into it again. So I had a couple of bad red arrows. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red arrows in a row, and now I've had 7 green arrows. So can I risk not having Salah against Brighton? That is a huge risk. I would probably have to have some way to bring him back. I need to work that out. Exactly how I do that, I don't know. You could go without him and just hope for the best. Cheers, Physio. See you later. I think, yeah, I mean, Salah's been a safe captain choice for about 36 game weeks, so, or 35 game weeks, so he should be a good one for this week too. I'm not going without City players for the rest of the season, that's for sure, but maybe for this week. 7 green arrows thanks to chips. Yeah, of course. But that's what they're there for, right? Struggling to see in the Peel and triple captain. Who am I looking at? Sterling, Jesus, or Kane right now? City mid for Mahrez or Jesus for Vardy. I'd probably go for the midfielder first, I think. Vardy's done okay. Mahrez has not. Trouble is, do you get a midfielder? Will they be rotated? How old am I? Really old. Do I believe Sanchez will play all the remaining matches? He'll probably play at least 3. Am I tempted by Smalling and Sterling in for Alonso and Willian? Yeah, it could happen, but then I'm keeping Mahrez. I've still got Salah. I don't know. I'm still not sure about getting rid of Alonso. It's certainly not this week. What I mean, obviously this week would be good to get rid of him because he's not playing, but I don't know about bringing in Smalling this week for a hit. Is an 8-point hit worth it for 37 or is it too much? 8-point hit's fine as long as the players you're getting rid of are going to score a lot less than the ones you're bringing in. You're up from 780k to 580k with no free hit, 55 from 8 players. How high could you realistically get? You've got triple captain and bench boost. The trouble is you're going to find there is when do you use those 2 chips now? You can only use one in Gameweek 37. I mean, you could probably get into the top 200k if you absolutely nail them. It's going to be tough though. Depends what your squad is, of course. Am I really going into the double game week with no United players? I've got Lingard and De Gea, so we've got 2. It's Son that needs to go in that midfield. Interesting. I don't think Son's going anywhere for me. Maybe I've got too much faith in him, I don't know. Last season I ended up 4,935. Last day of the season, getting into the top 5k. Alonso will concede against Liverpool, and then you're waiting for a 1 game for a goal and a clean sheet. Yeah, you could all be right, that's for sure. Bit unlucky with the Sane pick. Yeah, it happens. Any plans for the last games of the season? Beers in Galway and I'll kip in your gaff. There is a spare room. Actually, who would be on TV that day? We could do that. I'd be up for that. I don't know who else is in Galway way. How do you resist the urge to be sarcastic to so many stupid questions? Look, there's no stupid questions. I mean, what you got to remember with the stream is not everyone is kind of as clued on necessarily. And what I mean is they don't necessarily follow it as much, so I don't know. At least Mahrez is guaranteed the game time. True, yeah. Do I come to Dublin at all? I gotta be honest, I don't purposely ever go to Dublin. Like, it's a nice place, but it's just so busy. It's like London. It's just, I just can't deal with those big cities. Too many people everywhere. I do like it when I'm there, but I just haven't been that often. First year of proper FPL. Well, on to the second year next year. Biggest regret. Someone asked me this last year. I can't even think. I only go to Dublin if I have to. When have I been to Dublin? A couple of mates came over. We went out for a night out in Dublin. A few friends came over as well. Time before that, so I was out in Dublin. Go through Dublin to get to the airport. Should you visit Sweden? I bet you would like it. I probably would, yeah. Just because you follow it a lot doesn't mean you'll make the right call. Discussion helps. Exactly. That's what I like to. That's why I like streaming, discussing. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. I've never claimed that, and I think most people realise that I don't have the answers. But we can discuss it. Like we're discussing Alonso. People are now making me think I should be getting rid of Alonso. Oh, the karmas for Sane, I explained at the start of the stream. It's a very expensive pint in Dublin, yeah. I am from Ireland. I am from England. I just live in Ireland. What 3-team? What was that though? Would I consider going without Jesus? I definitely will consider it, especially if Vardy does something special this week. But he's going to be in so many teams; it'll be such a risk to go without him, and he's going to be in teams for good reason, right? Jesus and Sterling going up tonight. I'm going to just have to take it. I'm just going to have to take it. I'll have to find money from somewhere. Maybe Alonso to someone. I'm buying Alonso just to sell him again. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Coke in Ireland in pubs is just expensive in general because they don't have the pump like in England. You have to buy those little glass bottles. They're like nearly €3 a time. Disgusting. Transfer plans are quite they're not set in stone, to be honest. I'm going to basically look at Man City players. Jesus, Sterling, +1 maybe. Gameweek 38, I've not got a clue. And I may not make a transfer this week. Arnautovic is probably out of the equation for my team because I just don't have enough transfers to worry about it. Yeah, let's do the polls soon. Let's do the polls now. I'll give you 2 more minutes. Vote on the polls if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that like button as well. Fair few people watching, so we can get up to 100 likes before the stream ends. We're on 69 right now. So if you haven't already hit it, it'd be much appreciated. I keep getting... I never used to get this, but on my phone now... Oh. I get notified that I'm streaming. As if I wouldn't know. That never used to happen. It actually looks pretty cool. It's got the thumbnail. Ah, come on. It's got the thumbnail next to the title. You probably can't see that very well. Alonso hasn't had a clean sheet for 10 games. Oh, don't do this to me. I don't need doubts about Alonso. My plan was always to keep him. Now you got me worried. I can't do Alonso to Davis, unfortunately. I've got 3 Spurs mids. Yeah, I'm part of the notification squad. Yeah, vote on the polls if you haven't already. We'll do them in just a second. Just a second. I'm going to have to work out my transfers, whether it's worth getting rid of him. I do worry about getting rid of Willian, though. I think he's an option still. I don't know. Am I just clinging on to false hope? Maybe. Oh, shit. I just made him vice captain by mistake. Alonso's price is dropping. Damn. Time for a shave. I'm actually not going to shave for a while. Not going to shave for a while. Cheers, Joseph. Thanks for watching. Why do consistent returns get so underrated? That's a good question. They really do get underrated. Who are you talking about, though? Arnautovic, maybe? But consistent returns are great, especially for captains. We do underrate that, for sure. Alright, poll times. Well, I want to know who Super Tiger meant. Vardy has been fairly consistent, yeah. But it's just a worry that they're going to start underperforming. Especially when Mahrez is doing so badly. Any barbecues? Yeah, maybe when we get some sun. Am I a policeman? No. MI6. Oh, Barnes has been super consistent. I actually feel like I should play Barnes this week, but I don't know who to bench. Lingard is the one that stands out to me, but I don't know if I can do that. I just don't know if I can. Okay. Here we go. Is Jesus essential? Essential. Absolutely have to have him in your team. Man bun, come on. 64% say yes. 35% say no. So he's essential, lads. According to everyone in this chat. Best Man City mid to get for the run-in. Oh. Not even close. I almost took Sterling out of this. So I feel like everyone's going to have him. But Sterling, 91%. No doubts about it. Sterling is the Man City mid to get for the run-in. 4% say David Silva. 2% say De Bruyne. Nobody, well, 2 people for Sane. And 0 said someone else. Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, you're not getting a look in. Are you keeping Alonso? 43% already sold or don't own. 35% not getting rid, and 21% are getting rid. So a total of 64% of you have either already sold him, you don't own him, or you're going to get rid of him this week. Goodbye, Alonso. Is it time to ditch Vardy and Mahrez? 51% saying just Mahrez. 25% of you saying no, double game week coming up, keep both of them. 17%, a little bit lower, saying time to ditch both. And 5% saying just Vardy. And then lastly, what are you doing with Salah? 45% say he's a season keeper. 34% of you apparently don't own. That seems like quite a high percentage of non-owners. Fair enough. 12% selling in game week 37 when he plays against Chelsea, and 7% selling this week. You mean 78% are getting rid / don't have.